Hey folks, Brian Blessing coming to you from Las Vegas, and here we go into a very busy weekend. OddsWorthBetting.com have you hooked up with the featured pick of the day. Comes to you right below this video. Training camps are opening up. Preseason football right around the corner. Lots of talk about college football. Ohio State suspending 4 key players for their first game against Virginia Tech. The football news really starts to kick into high gear now. Tom Brady, NFLPA, files the injunction in Minnesota. The judge says, get out of here. You're going to New York. The NFL knew what they were doing, a preemptive strike there that paid dividends. I think it's not looking good for Tom Brady, but we're talking football a lot this weekend. We've got NASCAR for you. The Pennsylvania 400 at Pocono Speedway. Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch usually run pretty well there. You could look at Carl Edwards, Jimmy Johnson too, but we're watching the NASCAR with Kyle Busch, no one hotter on the planet in athletics than Kyle Busch. Man, this guy's been on a tear since coming back from that awful leg injury he suffered in Daytona at the beginning of the season. But baseball, big focus of attention. Again, oddsworthbetting.com, featured pick of the day for you below this video. And on a Friday, leading into the weekend, we got big baseball news. David Price gets traded to the Blue Jays. Wow, how about the Blue Jays? They get Tulowitzki. Now they've got Price making a push, trying to chase down the Yankees, who just continue to soldier along on top of the AL East. Let's focus on the baseball for you on Friday. Atlanta at Philadelphia. 7.5 to the over is the total in the game. Basically, it's a pick'em contest. With Wilsler going versus Cole Hamels. Hamels' name being thrown around as well. Washington and the Mets. Gonzalez and Matt Harvey. The Mets 15-cent favorites in that spot. Low total, 6.5. Shaded to the under. Pitt and Cincinnati. Locke versus Lorenzen. Could see some runs in that game. And again, we're looking at the Bucks on the road, a 20-cent favorite. 8.5 to the under is the total. San Diego on the Eastern Road Swing. Their bats come alive. I'm telling you, every year they go east of the Mississippi. Get them out of Petco. Padres can hit the ball. And, in that spot against Miami, we've got the Marlins actually a 20-cent favorite with Phelps versus Ian Kennedy. Cubs in Milwaukee, pick'em game, 7.5 to the under with Hamill versus Youngman. Colorado's at St. Louis, monster favorite. Cardinals in that spot with Walker on the hill going against Kendrick. Now Detroit and Baltimore, it's Buck Farmer versus Wei Yin Chen this weekend series. In Baltimore, I think you're going to see some runs there. KC's at Toronto. And again, a lot of buzz about Toronto. How about the buzz on Kansas City? What a season they're having. And then how about this? You get to Johnny Cueto on the hill, and then you got Price coming in and Tulowitzki, new look teams there. Tampa and Boston, 20-cent favorites. Boston with Rodriguez going against Ramirez. Yankees and White Sox, close to a pick'em game with Rodon versus Sabathia, and the total's up there at 8.5. Seattle's at Minnesota. Tawan Walker's been struggling, so is Tommy Malone. In that spot, total on that game is 8 shaded to the over. Some of the other games of note, interleague play, San Francisco's at Texas. $1.70. Giants are favored in this spot. Bumgarner on the hill versus Martinez. And then a little battle of L.A. Angels and Dodgers. Dodgers 215 on Friday with Kershaw on the bump going versus Hector Santiago. How about the total in the game? 6 over 25. Looking for a pitching matchup there for sure. It's a busy weekend. Lots of baseball. OddsWorthBetting.com have you covered. Featured pick of the day for you right below this video. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Back with you on Saturday. Keep soldiering along on the weekend. We've got golf matchups. And again, NASCAR jumping into the hoop as well this weekend.